You know, with the sheer amount of time travel stories out there, you'd think we'd have one unified idea of how it would work by now. But no, every time someone tries to take a crack at plugging holes in the time travel rowboat, 3 more appear at its place. Yes sir, it would take a real nutcase to adapt a concept as impenetrable as time travel into a medium as impenetrable as, say, tabletop gaming. Oh hi Continuum, didn't see you there. In Continuum, you play a random nobody who, through circumstances out of their control, is forced to join a secret centuries-old society and use their newly found powers to... Hey, get out of here, Vampire the Masquerade. I'm trying to review Continuum. Yes, Continuum wears its influences like Trump wears a spray tan. The Continuum of the Camarilla, the Narcissist, or the Sabbat. Just replace vampires with time travelers. Which, now that I say it, isn't an insignificant difference. And to Continuum's credit, if it was a World of Darkness setting, it'd be one of the more interesting ones. As a member of the titular organization, your job is to see through it that time plays out exactly as it should. You do this by following events in your Yet, which is a sort of cosmic to-do list. Continuum's biggest strength is probably its setting. Time travel is, as we've already established, a difficult concept for even the most veteran of writers, and every rule set for how it works has some holes in it. All one can realistically ask nowadays is that you define your rules and stick to them. And Continuum does that exceptionally well. Honestly, the rulebook would be worth purchasing for the lore alone if it didn't cost the approximate value of a human soul. Now, the most in-depth lore in the world is all well and good, but if the mechanics are awful, no one's going to want to live in it. And that's where Continuum starts to fall apart. In gameplay, you're trying to roll less than or equal to your rating in any skill on a d10. It's basically Call of Cthulhu divided by 10 edition. There are 3 attributes: body, mind, and the terribly named quick. Couldn't you have just called it reflex? And aren't reflexes a physical... Never mind. So far, so badly named, but all around understandable. But the skills are where we hit the first hurdle. See, skill ratings are split into 2 parts, a number and a title. The title essentially acts as a modifier. The novice title doesn't have a modifier, the apprentice title gives +1, the journeyman title gives +2, and the master title gives +3. So here's my question. How about we just spend higher points to get higher numbers and trash this stupid title business? It doesn't improve anything and only exists to make the designers feel original, which, as we've established, they are not. Combat's also a bit of a mess. Each combat round is divided into 5 bouts, and your gotta go fast rating determines on which bouts you're allowed to act. The problem only manifests when you're trying to use a weapon. See, the way that it works is that the better you roll, the more damage you deal. The problem is that the rulebook takes this easy, simple to understand concept and presents it in the least straightforward way possible. Honestly, screw the combat in this game. Perhaps Continuum is flawed at its very foundation. The Continuum is essentially the fun police, walking around and capping anyone who tries to make the most minor change to the timeline. And by capping them, I mean erasing them from existence. Plus, they're hypocrites. When you become a powerful enough time traveler, you're invited to take part in a game where you can warp the fabric of time and space to your will. Oh, so we could change the course of an entire nation to fuel our petty egos, but one guy wants to keep his mom from dying and we send our full forces after him? You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize that all the best parts of Continuums were just ripped off from other games wholesale. Where it falls apart is where it tries to be its own game. Maybe if someone competent got their hands on this game, it could have been great. But unfortunately, we can't change the past, because the gods will annihilate us if we try. Hey, did you like the video? Well, lucky you, there's a button for that. If you'd like to see more content from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to support the channel the more direct way, consider becoming a patron. There's tons of sweet rewards on my Patreon, including access to behind-the-scenes footage and the ability to watch videos up to a day early. But of course, that isn't necessary. Liking, commenting, and sharing my videos is as good a way to support me as any. Goodbye!